Reverb, the reigning champ of online sales, has a new/old contender.
It's confusing.
Sweetwater Gear Exchange rears its ugly head again, coming in for the kill.
Because this has been around.
It's been around for like a few years
for
now.
a while. No one uses it.
No one uses it.
Maybe they do. I don't know.
Not a lot of people.
I feel like if they did, we would know about it.
Well, Sweetwater's they're putting some muscle in, some PR. They got some press releases have gone out recently, so we thought we'd just talk about it in case you hadn't heard about it. Yeah. But they have their own sort of Reverb-esque type of thing that they're trying to enter into, which makes sense. But the trick here is there's 0 fees there through October 31st. There'll be smaller fees, but if you transfer your selling fees into Sweetwater bucks,
then you no fees.
No fees.
So like if I sell something through this, what's the gear exchange, and I am cool with like a Reverb gift card or a Sweetwater
0 fees.
No fees.
So
I mean that's
what they're trying to do. I don't know if their protection systems are at all built up like Reverb's are. Yeah, because Reverb, I will have to say, has an amazing team for that. They're sort of crackpots at trying to help. I mean, can they help all the time? No. Sometimes you're SOL, and guitar would be gone. You've been stolen.
I mean, this just occurred to me. Like Sweetwater is so much return anything, their inspection thing. It's all geared towards the customer. It might be tricky to be a seller on there. I wonder if it's sort of biased in the same way.
I don't know. It's I think it'd be fascinating to see it sort of. I hope it does better and more people start to activate on it. We haven't done it yet.
No.
I don't know if
I don't know if it makes a ton of sense.
I don't know if it makes sense for us, but I mean, don't get me wrong. We shop at Sweetwater still. Like some of us do. Like if we're buying keyboards sometimes, like we have a great Sweetwater rep.
Just bought a pedal board case.
That's nice.
From Sweetwater.
I was about to give you a pedal board case for your birthday. That's weird.
Dang it.
Sorry.
I knew it.
When's your birthday?
It's a long ways away.
Yeah, it was like a few months ago. Yeah. We were already past that. I was kidding. I didn't buy him a pedal board case. I don't care about him that much. No, it's neat to see this because eBay was the reigning champ.
Yeah. That seems like a million years ago.
It doesn't. Like I can't even. It's hard for me. I just don't. When I go on eBay, it seems so archaic. The interface.
Would you remember? Like I can remember getting on eBay. Will tell you how long it's been, and they'd have like little snipe things where they'd wait till the last second and then throw everybody's bids.
It's such a.
It was so sad there in the end.
It's such a mean thing. It's like I'm gonna get it. Didn't get it.
Yeah.
But it was. I will give eBay this hats off. They were like the first to create that sort of frenzy.
Yep.
Of like it's like auction houses. Like I'm a winner. Like you just get to buy something. You never really win, but it wants to make you feel like you're winning, so you'll do it again. It's like a carnival. It's a game. Mm-hmm. So, do you think Sweetwater Gear Exchange has a shot at entering this marketplace?
I do, actually.
Okay.
Because I think Sweetwater has a lot of diehard fans that they love Sweetwater already. They're already doing business with Sweetwater. The thing they're selling on Reverb is to buy their new thing on Sweetwater. So if they can, get the word out enough so that those people are like, hey, I'm just going to do this and amass Sweetwater credit till I buy whatever it is that I want. I think it's got a decent shot. If
they put some serious muscle into it, I think it has a shot. If they just leave it as it is with like a little press release here and there, no way.
That's true. I agree with that.
No, because you got to look at Reverb realistically. What's it costing you? 8 to 12%.
Yeah.
On a transaction, probably.
Right.
Shipping, you can determine yourself if you want to pay for shipping or if you're going to chalk that into the cost of the goods, or if the buyer is paying for the shipping. But if they can wipe out, let's just call it an even 10%. If Sweetwater can wipe out that 10% entirely, and it transfers over to Sweetwater bucks for you, and you're getting a discount at Sweetwater from your rep, which I feel like Sweetwater should do if they are encouraging you to sell their gear.
Sure.
I mean, it could be a no-brainer for a lot of cats.
I mean, it makes sense because Reverb's end goal is to make those fees. Sweetwater has another sort of an ulterior motive, right? Not bad. It's just ulterior. It is there, right? It's like that's the idea, is that you buy things from them. So they don't care as much about the fee. So yeah, if they put a little bit into it, I would think it would generate some pretty good sales for them. But
it is. It's just how much muscle you're gonna put behind it right now. Yeah. It's I would be interested in using it though. if I'm buying lots of gear. It makes sense for that, obviously. If you're just like doing like small trades and stuff, it doesn't make sense. But if you are, somebody that spends quite a few bucks with Sweetwater, gotta remember when I was buying stuff at Guitar Center, and I think Michael Thrower, my GC Pro guy that I loved so much, he was such a cool guy. He's not dead, he just doesn't work at Guitar Center anymore. As that happens, Guitar Center likes to spit out some of their best guys, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But kills me. But no, I remember like one day he was like, "Oh no, like we can definitely hook you up. You've spent like X amount." I'm like, "Oh Lord," I saw how much was like. That's like $20,000. Like, I don't know how long a time period that was. It was not long enough.
I mean, God, when you look back through your gear purchases and things you've owned and rigs you owned. I mean, it's serious money.
It's enough to buy a house. Like a down payment sometimes.
I don't want to think about that.
No, I mean,
I hope my wife is not watching this now.
Well, do you think our wives would ever watch this?
Sometimes she does. She only watches it when we say things like this, and I'm like, oh, Christy didn't watch this, and then she randomly watches that one. It's weird.
She'll be, Jonathan, how much was that guitar? I was gonna make her voice sound like my wife, like, Baxter, how much was that guitar down there? I'm like, gosh, my wife's from Kentucky, so she's not quite that sophisticated sounding. She's born in Bowling Green. The land of perfect Southerners. Bowling Green. So if you're from Bowling Green, but she grew up in Lexington. Wonderful place. Lots of blue sweatshirts though. Too many blue sweatshirts.
Lots.
Make it stop. No one can like a sports team that much. It's not natural or healthy. Let it go. No, so I would like to hear from folks and like sort of encourage a little bit to sort of see how the gear exchange works. Like we've looked into it. We've actually done a video on it before.
Yeah.
Like way back when. We've talked about it, like sort of. We've been fascinated by it for a while.
But that was one of those things we were like, we didn't know it existed. There was a little blurb about it, and then we're like, oh wow, this thing is here. And then I haven't really heard anything.
We might not have actually put that video. I might have pulled the video. I can't remember before we like released it. But because we were like, yeah, this thing, we just don't know what there is, if it's doing it, or if it's just there and they're just letting it die. Because there's not a ton of gear there. It is getting a little bit better, but I mean, Reverb's like the gear. Pandora's box.
It's anything you want, right? If it's not there, it probably doesn't exist. But
no, that's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
I mean, would you say there's more musical gear on Reverb or eBay? There's still quite a bit on eBay.
God,
there's a ton.
I bet it's strangely about the same.
You
wouldn't think that at first thought, but
that's because we live in this like insular music world,
right.
And like you got to remember the guys that like sort of buy and sell gear. Not as commonly, like eBay is just the known quantity. It's like AOL.
I imagine there's more stuff on eBay where like, my uncle passed away and I got these guitars and I got to get rid of them and I don't know what to, what I mean? I imagine.
Like I saw a bunch of 1954 Strats the other day. They're like $1,200 just because, I wasn't really.
Link to the listing in the description. God.
Send them all.
Amazing.
I'll take them all. We have 20 of them. I'll take them all. Here's all my money.
Everyone.
God, that would be crazy, right?
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, not sorry. The little fantasies we have of everybody has it, of going in that place and like finding like the guitar at the pawn shop that's a custom shop or a vintage.
I saw something on Facebook or one of the Facebook groups the other day where some guy found this great amp for like $300 vintage. I don't even remember what it was, but I was like, wow.
Well, the guy we were talking to this morning, Tim. He just found he was telling us about the Music Man. He found it at a garage sale for $60. I think it was $60, like a Music Man head. Insane.
Yeah.
So we're gonna like give it like a thumbs up on like effort. We hope it works.
Yeah.
Let us know if you've been into this universe of the Sweetwater Gear Exchange. We're curious. We're interested. We have not done it. I don't know if we're gonna do it as a shop. We might.
Maybe I'll try to sell just as an experiment. I'll try to sell a pedal through there
and
see what happens.
And keep staying tuned too, because like in a few weeks we're gonna have a video we talked about a while back where we're sending Derek and Jonathan are going off to songwriting camp, and they're gonna have all sorts of shenanigans up there. So just you gotta stay tuned for that. We'll even do. I was gonna say we're doing that. I'm not saying a giveaway because that's when the scammers come out. I was gonna say something about free kittens again. Never mind. Me maybe just saying that will happen. And there's a Rick Beato fake account out there right now. We've already deleted a bunch of them. That's like trying to say, hey, you won something. It's Rick Beato. Why would he be giving away stuff on our channel? Doesn't make any sense.
We had a Rick Beato
it's a
on
fake,
our channel.
It's a fake Rick Beato.
That makes me feel more important.
The fake Brian May was my favorite.
That was great.
That was like, I thought it was Brian May for like.
That was a
I
while
texted
ago
y'all.
because we were naive. We were
Early
like, oh
days.
my God.
Brian May commented. But I mean, we did have like, you know.
Mike Campbell did share our video.
And like we've had something reach out from G.E. Smith, which was pretty amazing.
It's pretty cool.
Because like, and if you haven't checked out G.E. Smith, check out our video on him. It's a while old, but it's
good.
He's one of those guitar players. If you haven't heard him, you need to hear him. That's all I have that's fit to print for today.
That was it. That's the end.
Thanks for staying tuned. Clicking that like, subscribe button again.
Hit the old bell. You should start saying ring the bell. Ring the bell.
I was gonna say like tally ho, go forth. I don't know what a good closing line is. What's good, Derek? What's a good closing line?
Take her home, Jonathan.
Take her home, Johnny. Johnny Robbie.